What's up, guys? My name is Mitch Dyer, and I'm just enjoying the winter wonderland with my best friend in the whole world, Scott Lowe.
Hello, everyone.
Scott, what are we looking at?
We're looking at Endgame, the latest DLC, the latest and final DLC for Battlefield 3, one of my favorite games on Earth.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so here we're looking at Sabalan Pipeline, and forgive me for anyone who knows how to accurately pronounce that.
Sabalan.
I just like the way that sounds. So anyways, this is obviously a snow-covered level. I'm not sure if you can tell.
I'm familiar with snow, Scott.
Yeah,
this looks like my hometown of Canada.
This is probably just modeled after your life.
It is.
So I'm writing the other major addition to this DLC and to Battlefield 3, which is, of course, the dirt bike. And I had to, hop off and go ahead and shoot some fools.
That's fine. You weren't really doing that.
Oh, I get
wow.
stabbed!
Look out! Took your tags, man.
Oh, man. So this is a pretty exciting map. Again, each of the 4 new maps that are part of this DLC are modeled after a different season. This one obviously is a winter wonderland, very reminiscent of Port Valdez from Battlefield 2 or Battlefield Bad Company 2.
You likened this map to that earlier. I didn't know what you meant, and now that I see it, I know exactly what map you're talking about.
It's
with the big pipeline, the fences, the storage stuff. Like it's very similar.
And all that pillowy snow.
This makes me want to go skiing.
Yeah. Well, and it's very hilly, and there's a lot of kind of stuff to kind of nimbly move in and out of with dirt bikes, which is a lot of fun. But the other big thing here is, of course, we're looking at a capture the flag mode. We're looking at
get that flag and get out.
Yeah. So these dirt bikes are actually super handy for that. You'll actually see later on, or hopefully, somebody kind of running the flag across the map with the dirt bike, because up to 2 people can be on a dirt bike at once.
We can be bike buddies.
Yeah. So if you play strategery, if you really kind of work together as a team, you can get in and out and really kind of
the hamburgers.
Yeah, and now hamburgers.
No hamburgers in this DLC, sadly.
Yeah, but you can also capture or grab the flags and jump in a tank too, which is also really kind of the extra little challenge. It's like gone are the days where you can only carry it on foot, like like in some other franchises. But like this, you can hop on a chopper, you can hop on a bike, you can get in a Jeep. It doesn't matter. It's pretty much the world is your oyster, and you can shuck it however you want.
Are there effective countermeasures for that though? Like if you and I roll in, and you're flying your helicopter, as you often do, and I have a flag, and I just hop into your chopper, what does somebody do to stop us? Well,
so there are 2 new anti-aircraft vehicles, a Humvee, and on the Russian side, a similarly sized Jeep. So here I was shut down with the flag. That's the thing. It really kind of puts a larger emphasis on kind of anti-vehicle weaponry and communication. I love objective-based games when you can really kind of talk with your team. If you're playing with a bunch of strangers, it's a little difficult. But so here I am jumping into this Jeep. So if I had a gunner here, I do have a gunner here. He could effectively, if there was someone flying over with our flag, he could be a real deterrent for that.
Okay.
So it's a really interesting mode. It's very much a team-focused mode, which has kind of been lacking from Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield's at its best when you can just kind of run around and jump in choppers.
When you're squatting up.
Yeah, you squat up. But this is a fun addition because it really does make it really team-focused. You have to just really work together in order to really win here. And as you can see, we're 8 minutes into this round, or however many minutes into this round, and nobody's scored yet. Partly because everyone's just having a ball playing on the motorcycles, but
is it a pain in the ass because the maps are so big though to transport a flag all the way across?
Yeah, well that's why the emphasis on teamwork is so important, because if you're just on foot, you can't even get out of the enemy base without getting gunned down. You have to have someone there ready to pick you up and take you out, or at least provide cover fire and stuff. So here I am trying to hoof this out actually right now, trying to get to this other base, and so that's why the motorcycles are so great for this new collection of maps, is because they are hard to traverse, and they are really, really fast as vehicles. So, and there's lots of sweet jumps. But the other cool thing about Endgame, of course, is the return of air superiority, which is a mode beloved from Battlefield 1943.
A favorite.
Yeah, yeah. So basically what it does is it pits 12 jets against another team of 12 jets for domination of capture points in the sky. And this, we actually were able to capture this mode, or that mode on this map, which we should go ahead and switch to now.
Let's take a look. Take me to the skies, Scott Lowe.
Oh, man, we're on the highway to the danger zone right now.
Oh, man. So with air superiority, most of the time, there's one map in this that I feel like is the exception, but most maps in Endgame don't really seem to do much to mix it up in the skies. You have one map that has a bunch of windmills that get in the way, but here it seems, for the most part, just a wide open sky.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of the beauty of it. The emphasis in air superiority is just pure dogfighting. Like, you are there to just, like, kill each other with rockets and machine gun fire. But
you do have an objective here, though.
But there are objectives, yeah. So they do make it like so that if you play as a team and you're not just trying to rack up kills, you can can really kind of dominate the other team. So there are basically capture points in the sky, these floating blimps, which if you run into, you do explode on impact. Just so you know,
the strongest blimps in the world.
Yeah,
the most dense air.
Yeah,
I made it there.
I made a point of testing that theory moment one, so it didn't end so well for me. But as I said earlier, there's 24 jets in the sky at once, which is a solid test of your evasion skills. Like, you have to really time your flares correctly, otherwise you are in serious trouble because there's just people locking onto you at any given moment.
But do you get more flares in air superiority, or is it still just like the low number that
you
usually have?
You get the infinite number of flares, but there is that reload time in terms of, oh wow, that didn't end so well.
Yikes.
So there is the reload times for the flares. Like, you can't you can't just have like just a constant procession of flares. Like, so you have to, that's where the strategy comes into play. You really have to be careful to release your flares at the right moment. And as I kind of observing in another one of these commentary videos, like, you can't get out of the jet. Like, you can't, unlike the conquest mode, like, where you can eject and continue playing. Like, if you get hit,
there it is, ejection seat malfunction.
Yeah. So basically, like, what happens is you are.
You got burned there. You got cocky.
Yeah. Try to go low. Can't do that.
There was a mountain there.
Yeah. You got to watch out for those.
Yeah.
They're hard to see.
Yeah. They come out of nowhere all the time.
All of the time. So if you're hit, this is where, like, the fire extinguisher perk comes into play. Like, if you have that equipped, like, what you can do is basically just evade future fire and kind of slowly recover from, like, a disabling rocket attack. So it's really more of a game of making sure that you have the right attachments or the right kind of customizations for your jet classes. And really just knowing how to kind of evade effectively and getting low without running into a mountain. That's kind of like the key point there. So yeah, this is 1 of 4, and there's plenty of other Battlefield 3 endgame content to check out. There's a website you could do that on. Pretty sure it's called IGN.com. I think we both worked for it.
We do.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
So thank you guys for listening, and be sure to head over to IGN for the rest.